Good evening. I almost said afternoon. Live chat. Yeah, good evening, everybody. How you doing? Let's see who's around. Let's see if anyone's hanging out. It's kind of early, I think. 6:30 Eastern time, which means on the West Coast it's 3:30, but we usually get people tuning in from there anyway. So we'll see who is hanging out nowadays. All right, let's get a little sip of the water. What's up, people signing on? Just saw a couple. There we go. Jose's first. John second. What's up? Julio, how you doing? Good to see people around. Good to see a few smiling faces that I know. Mike, how are you, buddy? Welcome aboard to everyone. One of those random live streams. If there's one thing I wish I could do, it's schedule a live stream. Paul, what's up? Jose's the winner. Yeah. And I know it's as easy as telling you guys, let's do a live stream at this day, at this time, but my job's all weird with hours, so got to keep doing these random live streams. So just make sure you hit your notification bell. Ryan, what's up, dude? How you doing? So how's everybody doing today? Did everyone see the picture that I put up? I put it up on everything, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube, about that car parking on my truck. Quite weird. Lewis, what's up, man? Road King, how you doing? Ryan, if you're all right, I'm all right. Good to see everyone. Good to see the mic, man. Yep. But anyway, so yeah, a car parked right on top of my truck. I came in to say hi, back to watching TV with the missus. Later, bro, was there damage to the truck? Nothing. The car was right up against the hitch, which is fine. If any damage, it would be to their car. What do you do, TD? What do you mean, Jose? Job-wise? Johnny5, how you doing? John, hello. LOL from the Ryan. Excellent from Lewis. How did I like Dover? I love Dover. I got to meet Eric Jones. Thank you to David Wilson, TRD president, for that one. So I'm a little happy with that. It was an excellent time. You know, I've been to pit road 800 times at multiple different tracks, but going on to pit road when you need a hot pass and you're not really supposed to be on pit road was pretty cool. I definitely lost my cool. You know, I had all the TundraDude polo on, like I was trying to play the business part, because my ultimate goal is to get the logo, this size logo, on Eric Jones' car, which I'm working on that. But yeah, I kind of lost my cool when I saw a couple drivers walking right by me. Had to say hello to them. As far as job, what do? I'm a logistics manager. I manage a team that offloads trucks and loads trucks and that kind of thing. Nothing glorious. Trust me. Did you see the owner of the car? I did not. It is a great track, you're right. I didn't see the owner, and I didn't make a big deal out of it because, like I said, it wasn't like it was hit. I think the person pulled up and touched me. I mean, I don't know. But it is what it is. The problem is this. Now, I should explain this to you. When I'm there, in that particular parking lot, I park up all the way near the top, all the way over to the right, away from the store. And I park that far and away from everyone because the truck, is, as far as those spaces go, takes up a little more than a spot, because it's long. So I go up against a curb like an island. There's spots everywhere. This person parks right behind me and is touching the truck. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. But it is what it is. If there was any damage, it would be a whole different story. But the only, I should have said that. Their plate was touching my hitch. And that was the most of it. So it would be damage to them, not me. In Britain, it's legal to bump the car in front and in back if they block you in. Notice I said bump, not smash. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. MJC, how you doing? So yeah, that's the story with that. I figured I'd put that up because it was just one of those, you know, it's Monday. Things like that happen on Mondays, I guess. Not the first time that's happened to me. I was in a parking lot once and I went into a store and came out and somebody hit my rear bumper to the point where it blasted out. So if you know the Tundra rear bumper, you know you have the painted outsides of the bumper. It's like a three-piece bumper. And in the middle there's like plastic. So they hit the middle to the point where it blasted out the the holders in the back of the plastic and broke them. So they were like the middle of the bumper was like hanging off under it. That pissed me off. Eastwind, what's up? New Hampshire in the house. Gonna have some chowder. It's getting cold out there, buddy. Eric, what's going on? It has been a while. School's always rough. Cole, what's going on? How you doing? It's good to see Eric. Eric, the future engineer of Toyota right there. I've always wondered what would happen if you push the car out of the way. One day we shall find out. It was just, you know, so dumb to do that. And it's not like it's Black Friday and, you know, there's no parking spots available whatsoever. There's parking spots everywhere. But they always have to do that. They always have to park right on top of me. I don't get it. John says, Mark, you think Toyota will lend you a TRD Pro Sequoia to do a review? I see the Platinum video you did. Yeah, eventually. So I'll give you this. My press vehicle contact, his, I guess you would call agency, is swapping out the 2019 Toyotas for the 2020 Toyotas. So I'm waiting on him to get the 2020s in. And then we'll start doing, we'll start doing the press fleet again. Ella was probably a fan of the channel messing with me. You know what? High five to him. No, it was a Honda. It was a Honda. Good thing you didn't have a ball in the hitch. Their problem, not mine, you know? Nice. Yes, it will be nice. There's a few cars I definitely want to get from Toyota this year. Definitely want a 2020 Tundra. You know, just because there's a couple new things on it, so I'd like to try that out. I want to get a Tacoma just because I enjoy the Tacoma a lot. I don't want to own one, but I want to drive one for a week. Always like the Camry, maybe the Supra. Sequoia for sure. Supra, oh yeah, definitely. Been a while since I've been here. Yeah, Cole, we miss you, buddy. It's all that golf you've been playing, pal. Yeah, but there's a few I'll get. I want to convert my truck to four-wheel drive. What do you guys think? So Lewis wants to convert his truck to four-wheel drive. What do we think? You should see the cost and time it would take to convert to four-wheel drive versus buying a new truck that is four-wheel drive. See how much the price difference is there. I mean, I know a new truck would be extreme amounts of money, but you never know in the right time of year. You need a hitch like my small one. It has a hook on it. Ooh, too expensive. 67 says, what's up, 67? Lewis, there you go. Lewis, save the money and buy a 4x4. Agree. Austin has made it to the live stream. He's been asking. Good to see you, buddy. I do need a new 4Runner review. I would be happy to do one. Whatever they offer, I take. I don't usually say no. Mike says, used to go to New Hampshire for the September race 2010. Tundra pulling a 30-foot Keystone. Nice. Laredo 303 TG. I used to go, the first race I ever was at was New Hampshire. I used to go to New Hampshire all the time. Good racetrack. Eddie Miller, I don't really like watching New Hampshire on TV, but there it's a lot better. Eddie, what's up? The TRD Camry and Avalon is sweet. I don't know. I would rather the Touring for the Avalon just because there's more stuff. You get a lot more of a bigger bang for your buck. But the Avalon has some sweet looks to it. I'm 35. I don't really want the body kit on it and all that and the little spoiler. I'd rather just have the Touring one. Just my opinion. Greg, what's up? Greetings from Iowa. Sup, TundraDude. Hey, nothing on this end, bro. Just hanging out, you know? Little Monday night action. It's cool. It's pretty early, and I hate to do this to you. You know, do the super early one, but just when I have the time, I have the time. Like right after this, I'm going to go to bed because I got to go to work super early in the morning. So to all of you out there, thank you very much for tuning in at these weird times. All of you have hit your notification bell, so thank you for that. And now I need to hear where everybody is from right now. Where are you in the world? Go on. Oh, 34 people watching. TundraDude34. That's kind of cool. Ross, what's up? Hi from Vancouver. Still loving my Canadian, he has to say that. There are reasons. 2017 Tundra Pro in the original cement. Keep up the good work. Ross, we miss you. Glad you're still around. Glad you're still enjoying it. Yeah, so the Canadian one comes with the blind spot monitoring, parking sensors, the moon roof. Back in the 2017 TRD Pro in the US, had none of that. To this day, the TRD Pros still don't have the blind spot monitoring and all that. I ran across 2 Tundras at the junkyard today. Did you take anything off of them? Jose, what's up? What is the most that I can tow on my 2018 4x4 Sport? That's going to depend on your cab configuration. So that'll be the first question. And then Johnny 5 will take over from there. Jose asks, what is the most that I can tow on my 2018 4x4 Sport? I'm going to guess before I go down any further, and I'm not looking yet or anything. I'm going to say 9,200. I'm going with that. Troy, what's up? It's going all right, you know. Same gravy, just warmed over. Mine is a little better now. I'm off and watching TundraDude34. And you're a Tacoma guy, so that's really cool. Thank you. Love your truck, by the way. One had a chop frame, extra short bed. It had a flat bed that was about 3 feet long. Okay. All right, that sounds interesting. I'm at work now till 10. Southeastern Pennsylvania. All right. Robert, hi. Menifee, California. Menifee. Never heard of that. Sebring, Florida for Lewis. Aloha from Hawaii, waiting on TRD, Army Green, Tundra, water's running. How you doing, buddy? Hawaii, very cool. Army Green, how much is that going to run you? Jose Sandoval, around 98 to 9,900 pounds. I was a little off. Wait, Reno, Nevada, right? Nevada is how you say it? T, did you see my message I sent you? Did I see the message you sent me? Maybe. Was it the exhaust one? I think it was the exhaust one. I'll get back to you after the show if it's the exhaust one. Problem is, half the time, I read messages and be like, yeah, I'm going to get back to them in a minute, and then I just forget. This is getting old. 6'7", Indianapolis, Indiana, from Yazoo City, Missouri? Oh, yeah? Is that what MS is? Missouri? Or Mississippi, right? I never remember this. Yeah, Missouri's MI. I'm lost. I'm thinking Mississippi. Winslow, Maine for Paul. I love Maine. Thanks for the Dover live shots. Mike, I got to tell you this for the Dover live shots real quick. I wanted to do a lot more. My plan was to film a good amount of it. I brought my buddy strictly to film me on pit road and in the garage area. There was 0 reception. That video I gave you is choppy as hell. That's all I could get. 0 reception down there. Terrible. Robert's in Oregon. Cool, cool. Maddie says, best exhaust for the 4.7 liter Tundra. There's a good amount of exhaust out there, but have you given Keith a call at Dirty Deeds BA Muffler Systems? He can pretty much build one for you, and people love them. Might want to check that out for the 4.7. I mean, there's also some Borlas out there. Pretty much anything you could get for the 5.7, there are 4.7 ones out there. But I would check out BA Muffler. If you email them, you will talk to Keith, the creator. He can pretty much make an exhaust exactly how you want. It's not super expensive. Check out the 8-inch budget system. That's what everyone seems to like a lot. I will verify my info and get back to you in about 2 minutes. Rock and roll. Norwalk, California. MagnaFlow sounds good, Maddie. I had one on my 4.7 4Runner. Z Diver is in the house. Good stuff. Maddie, BA mufflers made by Keith or MagnaFlow mufflers. There you go again. Nice sound. Not much drone either. Dual MagnaFlow. They do make a dual MagnaFlow. Yes, yes. Thanks. No problem. Yeah, it is. I figured you just forgot to respond. I do that way too much. It's never anything personal. I feel bad because I always read all my emails and messages, but then I'll be in between stuff and I'll just read to see what's there and I'll read what everybody wrote and then I forget to get back. Or my emails, I got to figure out a new system with my emails because I get hundreds of emails a day, right? So if I see one, I'm like, okay, that's one I gotta deal with. I gotta talk to this guy later on. So when I have another minute, I'll do it. And then when all the new ones pop up, I totally forget. So never take it personally if I don't get back to you. If I don't get back to you in a couple days, send another email. You're not bothering me. I don't want to miss anybody. Once this job I have now is gone and I'm just doing TundraDude, I'll answer everyone all the time because I'll have all the time in the world, right? I had single on the 4Runner, but dual would be nice too. But check costs too. Mississippi. I apologize for that. So MS is Mississippi. MI. Yeah, right? What's MI? I'm lost. MI is Missouri, right? Lost. Sucks getting old, don't it? It's just, I don't know. My brain doesn't work like it used to. It's all those hockey pucks I took to the head back in the day there. You know, there were concussions back then, but no one was weird about them like they are today. Jose, what cab do you have and what bed? How did you get hot passes? Toyota, TRD, the president of TRD, hooked me up. His name's David. He hooked me up with those hot passes so I can meet Eric Jones. The whole thing, it started like this. Quick, stupid story for you. I have, you know, in doing this channel, first off, I'm a diehard NASCAR fan. I've been a diehard NASCAR fan for a long time, right? So when I started this channel, one of my ultimate channel goals down the road when I first started it was somehow, some way get my logo on a cup car. Doesn't even, truck series would be fine, all that stuff, but on my favorite is Eric Jones, on his cup car, all right? So when the channel started getting big and the revenue kicked up a little bit and I was able to do fun things where potentially can do that, you know, I made a lot of connections in all my posting of, you know, between doing the YouTube channel and NASCAR posts and stuff. I made some friends along the way, and one of those fine people was the TRD president. And I asked him, I'm like, listen, man, I need you to help me out. Like, well, it's a shot in the dark, but I want to see if I could get my logo on Eric Jones' car for Dover on like the B pillar. Nothing crazy, like I said, this big, not the whole car, because it's, you know, a multi-million-dollar billboard. And, you know, he was like, I'm going to put you in contact with Joe Gibbs Racing. I gave him my email address. And, yeah, we went from there. And Joe Gibbs hit me up a couple days later and just told me, like, we're really sorry we don't do, like, single associate sponsor packages, like, for one race. But, you know, we'd be happy to invite you down to pit road to meet Eric Jones and take pictures with him in the car. So that's pretty much how it happened, straight up. I went there. I had a handler, I guess you would call him, from Joe Gibbs Racing, a guy I met. And, you know, he walked us onto pit road and he stayed with us while we were out there. You know, talked to Eric's agent and everything to get us in there. I have a picture of it. I don't know if you saw it yet. Yeah, if you're talking about my pictures from pit road. Yeah, I took a lot of pictures with the car and a couple pictures with Eric Jones. Shook his hand a couple times. Very cool dude. Taller than I thought. Kyle Busch is gigantic. But it was a great time, great experience. One step closer to getting my logo on that car. I'm telling you right now. I made a lot of connections when I was there. I had a nice TundraDude polo on. We looked good. We looked professional. I had business cards ready to go. It was a surreal experience. It was a surreal experience. You know, I talked to Bob Pockris, if you're a NASCAR fan. He's a writer. You know, I talked to a lot of people, but Bob follows me on Twitter for years, so we talked for a minute. He knew the channel, which was cool. It was a lot of fun. Sorry for the non-NASCAR people here. Maddie, stay away from dual unless you like the raspy sound, unless you put an X-pipe in. A smooth V8 is what I like personally. There you go. Wednesday, getting my BFG TKOs 275/70/18 installed on the Pro. Looking forward to that. Gonna need to see some pictures. With your Pro, that's gonna look really good. I really do look forward to that. I'm not too sure yet on pricing yet, but it's supposed to come in November. Local dealership requires a $3,000 down payment, though. Hawaii's totally different because they get practically none of them. I mean, maybe a few. So, yeah, they would require a big down payment to do anything, I'm sure. So that makes a lot of sense. Nothing much, Sean. Good to see you, pal. Just hanging out, saying hello to everybody. MI is Michigan. Yes, Missouri's MO. 10-4. Thank you. 10 push-ups to everyone for that stupidity. Was always really good at state initials, too. Sweet. Thanks, man. No problemo. Just put a bull bar on the Pro with an LED light bar. Love it. Send me a picture. Need to see it. Did you get a TundraDude on the car? I did not. So, you know, the amount of money it will cost will be a lot. But I'm going to do it. The channel needs to make more revenue before I could afford what it'll cost. But, you know, I got a picture in front of the car with Eric Jones in my TundraDude34 Polo with my hot pass around my neck and the sticker in my lanyard. So it was good for now. But I'm not done yet, man. That's step one. Step one is that. Step two, we're not done. And one of the guys that I was talking to there was like, well, why don't you start small and put like TundraDude34 on like a local car in local races? And I was like, that's not how I roll, dude. I go big or I go home. I'm going right to cup. I would like to get it on a Tundra in the truck series at some point too, just because obviously truck series TundraDude, you know, that'd be cool. But Eric Jones, and I got to go on pit road and meet him. I'm cloud 9 in that, man. I'm very happy with that. So I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Doug, what's happening, buddy? Good to see the sticker is still living well on that. I don't know what it is. It looks like an electrical box or some kind of wall. I like it anyway. I'm wondering how my Outlaw exhaust would sound with JBA long tube headers. Just worried about the cats. Because Gato Country, Georgia makes us do emission tests to renew tags. I have emissions tests here too. You'd probably have some issues with that stuff. So FYI, you might want to look into that before you spend the money. That's the best advice I could give you. Or you're going to have to take all that off just to get through inspection and then put it back on. Me too, since the 70s. I drove Las Vegas, Pocono, New Hampshire with Richard Pay driving experience. That must be cool. One thing I've never done, and I've always wanted to do. I don't know why. I've driven on a couple of racetracks in my passenger vehicle, but not like that. Not like, going fast or anything. Mr. Habitat, hey, bub. How you doing, pal? Congrats, man. Thank you. Hector, what's going on, dude? Camper Mike's peeking in. Don't be peeking too long, bro. How you doing? The least amount that a 2018 Tundra will pull is 6,400 pounds. The most is 10,200. This is all depending on cab, bed, motor, tow package, and fuel tank. Very nice. That's my man Johnny 5. He takes care of my towing questions. Keith, what's up? Were you able to get the group buy pricing on your BAM? No, I went through Sparks Parts. So I went that direction with it. Those are my peoples, so I'll stick, with them. But there was a group buy, as you know. And there is every once in a while. As far as Sparks Parts go with the BAM muffler, usually I make a BA muffler system part of one of my giveaways. So when we hit 20,000 subs, that might be part of the giveaway next time. So we shall see. Text me what's up. Sacramento, California in the house, all the way on the other side of the pond. It's nice early afternoon for you. Almost 4 p.m., right? Not early afternoon, mid-afternoon. How you doing, though? Good to see you. How many quarts of oil does your Tundra take? First oil change I paid for on mine, and the paper shows 8 quarts. That's what it says for mine, too. 8. So I'm going to say 8. You can get all of this info on page 177 of your 2018 Toyota Tundra Owner's Manual. My man Johnny 5, always coming through in the clutch. My dude. Speaking on NASCAR, I don't like the package at all. High downforce, high drag, low power, always drafting everywhere. It's ridiculous. Not a big fan of the package. I thought Talladega was very good today, though. I like that package at a place like Talladega, but like Dover. At Dover, it's too slow for Dover. The cars... Here's how I knew that they don't go that fast at Dover this time around. When I was there, I forgot my earbuds, and I walked out of there and could hear immediately. Now, back in the day, if I walked out of there, I couldn't hear for 2 days. So they got to bring the power back up at the short tracks. Because when they're coming off the corner, they're not being able to speed back up like they used to. That's where you get all your passing power from. So they would just follow each other. And the drag, when a car gets around a car, makes the cars impossible to pass. They got to fix a couple things. Yes, sir, Tacoma dude now until the 2021 or 2022 Tundra comes out. If all the info I'm hearing about the new Tundra is true, the Tacoma Pro will be getting traded in, and you'll get top dollar for it because it's a Pro. Camper Mike, be glad it's not a diesel. The 6.0 Power Stroke is 15.5 quarts. Wow. Can you please do a video on transmission service? Dealers wanting to drain, flush, and refill, but many people advise against flushing and recommend only drain and refill. I've heard... No flushing. Stay away from flushing. That seems to be the common knowledge, so I would definitely stay away from that. If the world seems like they're saying don't do it. But that's up to you at the end of the day. But your dealer's telling you to do that? Interesting. 169 mile per hour is my best at Pocono. That's not bad at all. It's really not bad. Big long straightaways there. Good stuff. Didn't try and sell it when I was there, but in the paperwork, due by time, throttle body cleaning, almost $100, and I only have $24,000. Gotta love the upsells. I can't stand the upsells. Just give me what I need and let me go home. I got the 8. I probably should. A bunch of people asked me that, 8 or 10. Yes, 8. To anyone listening who asked me that, I got the BA 8, not the 10. 30K service, just finished 8 quarts. Thank you, Jonathan, my man. Habitat Mr. Toyota says, never change your tranny fluid. Bruce was the first, and look what happened. Oh, boy. Jared, what's up? I got to ride as a passenger at Talladega in a modified NASCAR. Nice. Won 180. Much more respect for them after that. Yeah, 180's no joke. Dude, 100's no joke. 120's no joke. 180's insane. LOL joke, but the book says never change your transmission fluid. Okay. I Instagram you a picture of my step bull bar I got from Sparks Parts. Let's check that out real quick. I like when you tell me what I'm doing. Instagram. Make it nice and easy on me. Thank you. Let's see what we got. Oh, I dig it. Hold on. I got to turn the I hate that with the phones. You got to turn the brightness down or else you won't be able to see anything. Looks good, man. It's not overpowering or anything. I really dig it. I like that you got the TRD Pro in the front too. Well done. Well done. Hold on. Now I'm way behind. There we go. That was an awesome race today. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was sad to see the Barstool Matt DiBenedetto car, go hitting the wall that late in the race. I thought he really had a shot. By the way, met Matt DiBenedetto on pit road when I was at Dover, and that was when I lost my cool, because he's like my second favorite driver, and he was walking right by me, and I was standing there trying to be all professional. Hey, I'm a small business, and one day I want to be a sponsor on a race car. Matty D! And I ran up to him like an idiot. So, Matty D, my man. Also in the paperwork, $90 for engine and cab filters. No way. More dealership upsells. Never, ever, ever have anyone do filters but yourself. Okay, cabin air filter costs, well, it depends which one you get, but if you get like the Denso one, it's like $15, okay, and it takes 3 seconds to put in. It's behind the glove box. Don't do it. Don't let them do that. The engine air filter, you pop open the box and you pull a filter out and put a filter in, done deal. Those upsells are crazy. I thought Dega was junk due to the fact that the blocking is so aggressive to just maintain position. Missed the old days when the best cars were running wide open, still drafting, but great racing. I mean, I miss the old days, Cole. You have no idea. But between the old days and today, there was years of crap. So I'll take what they got today versus what I've seen the past few years. But I don't like how Chevy was doing that whole you got to be with a Chevy thing. I'm not... If you're with a Chevy, I get it. It's always been that way, help a manufacturer. But the fact that they're making it like law in the locker room kind of thing, I'm not a fan of that at all. Johnny 5, that sounds like Toyota's targeting soccer moms. My Tundra turned 20 in July. That's crazy. Original motor and transmission. Works hard. I'm not buying another one until I need one. Yeah, let that thing run out, man. Might as well. Let it run out. Let's see how long it goes. I bet you'll have it for another 10 years at least. That's pretty cool. By then, they'll be outlawing your V8 and everything. My 6.7 says my 2019 Tundra user manual says 8.5 quarts oil with filter, 7.9 without filter. There you go. Thank you, 6.7. Good man. Fat, I am no soccer mom. Towing over 10K regularly, 0 transmission issues. Boom. Got him. Got him. Throwing elbows. Set up my service online, shows oil change and tire rotation. When I got there, they tried to talk me out of an oil change that I was paying for, because it only had been 6K since my last. Yeah, but was it the proper time duration? Because that's weird, My wife did the ride along at Las Vegas at 175 miles per hour. That's awesome. Yeah, I got to do that. I really got to do that. Up against the wall, that close and everything's got to be insane. 90 plus degree weather and towing, I think not, on a 10K oil change. Yeah, no. Yes, I saw my own... Oh, you do your own air filters. You got to do your own air filters. Excuse me. Whoa, that hurt a little. Seriously, before you go ruin your transmission, if it's not already, please do a bunch of research. There you go. Dominic, how you doing, pal? Good afternoon to you as well. On my end, good evening. Wherever you are, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Johnny 5, that's cool until you're out of warranty. Uh-oh. I disagree. Just drain and replace the tranny. Okay, let's not do that again. Okay. Woo, we're back. Austin says, I disagree. Just drain and replace the tranny fluid. It should be fine. I need to do it on my Tundra. I drive it really hard. No flush lasts a lifetime. Or excuse me, no fluid lasts a lifetime. Okay, let's see how that argument begins then. JF, what's going on? I paid for my cabin air filter to be changed when it was filled with dead mice. Money well spent. Complete different story, my friend. Complete different story. I'm on your side with that one. Mine had some dead flies and like a spider in it, but that was it. I change mine once every 2 years, usually. I should probably do it once a year. Guess it depends what you do. If you don't have the flex fuel, Toyota says change the oil at 5K. There you go. Need a cold air intake recommendation, please. Salvatore, how you doing, buddy? I always like to suggest the TRD one. I'm going to give you 3 options of ones I use that I really like. The TRD one, it's made for the truck. It's not made for multiple applications. Very easy install. Backed by a Toyota warranty. Backed by the TRD warranty. Love it. Number 2, Volant makes a really good one, too. I used that a couple times on older Tundras. Really gives a good growl out of the engine bay. And number 3, the best growl out of the engine bay in my opinion, K&N. K&N makes a really good cold air filter, or cold air intake. Very detailed instructions come with that too. Plus you get a before and after video on the website if you go to knfilters.com and put in your truck and everything, all your information. There's a video on there that'll show you the before and after sounds, and let me know which one you choose. Those are my 3 choices. There's a ton more out there though, just so you know. Cole said Chevy did it because Ford did, and honestly if the Chevy teams didn't work together, they can't keep up with the Fords or Toyotas on the big tracks, and it showed when there weren't any more of them. This is true. But like if you're gonna do it, just do it. Just don't make it such a big deal. I remember when the first time I really saw it get done, there was a few, I would say it was 2016, I believe. Yeah, we're going with 2016, Daytona 500, when Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas, when Carl, my man, what up, dog? Remember when you used to race? Cool. When Carl was on the team in the 19 Aris, they just stayed together. They pitted. They did everything together, all 4 Joe Gibbs cars, and they were up there at the end. And that was everyone was freaking out that they wouldn't leave each other. Johnny 5 says, I am out. Oh, wait, hold on. Thanks, Austin. I am leaning heavy towards a drain and refill. Johnny 5 says, I am out of warranty, 0 transmission issues. Warranty is for suckers. That's what he says. Johnny 5, he lives his life one way, ladies and gentlemen. One way only. His way. Oil change. I don't, because no good place at my house to do it. And, well, yeah, I don't want to crawl under and drop the plate. That plate is a pain, man. The TRD Pro one's annoying. LOL from JF. Hey, what state are you in? I'm in upstate New York near Albany. I'm in New Jersey. New Jersey, my good man. I was born in New York, though. Born and raised in New York. I used to go to Albany for class trips. Tundra guy, what's up? Thinking about plasti dipping my platinum rims. How do you think it will hold up against snow and salt? Try. You could be my guinea pig here on that one. Do that. Worst case scenario, when the spring comes, and this will probably happen anyway, when the spring comes, you might have to redo them. You might have to peel off what's on there and then do it again. But I would love to see how it holds up. Do they make a plasti dip that's a little more heavy duty, you know, like a regular application than a more heavy duty one? If so, you might want to go for the heavy duty. Johnny 5, my truck has 61,000 or so miles on it. Okay, cool. We can argue this point all day. I have 0 issues towing heavy over 100 miles an hour, more than 400 miles, Johnny 5 says. End one, as they would say in the old game of basketball. Tell that to the gentleman that owned the Tundra that threw a rod through the block at 52,000 miles. Oh boy. More than 3 times a week. A rod through the block has nothing to do with the transmission. That has to do with redlining over revving. Okay. Johnny 5, who is a master mechanic, let's not forget this. You just said warranty is for suckers. Yeah, that's what he said. That's how he rolls. That's how he rolls. Salvador says, sweet, thank you, have a great night, enjoy all of your work. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Always happy to help. Warranty is for suckers. He says it like that. That's how he says it. That's how he wants it. I mean, if we were doing Mississippi, warranties for suckers, you know, that's how they talk in Mississippi. I think so, or they say Mississippi. Something like that. Yeah, drain and refill on the trans, says Mikey Boy. Habitat says he wouldn't had to replace the short block out of his pocket without warranty. Instead, Toyota is now paying for a complete short block and all labor, almost $9K in warranty repair. Meow. Okay, thank you from the mic man, no problemo. I own my own shop. I work on people's beep all the time. Any Sequoia updates? Don't mean to bug. Michael, you're never bugging. You can ask me that all day long. The minute I have any update, I will give it to you. There's really not a lot being said right now about the Sequoia. The focus is on the Tundra. That's going to be the next big remodel. But the Sequoia should be right around it. Right around it. You shall see. We shall see. I'm thinking if you're going to make me answer, and this is completely through me, no rumors or nothing, it will be the Tundra redesign, and then the next year the Sequoia will come out with a redesign. That's my thought process. Saw that video on that truck that threw a rod. Even the best sometimes make a bad one, any brand. Of course, there's always, every once in a while I'll get an owner, someone who buys a Tundra for the first time and has a terrible experience with it. And it just is what it is. It happens, you know. For a good dirt track, go to Lebanon Valley Speedway between Albany and Pittsfield. Okay. New Egypt, down by me, is a very good one. Wall Stadium, where, you know, Ray Evernham and all them are from, is a good one. But yeah, as far as the Tundra goes, every brand will have a, you know, out of 1,000 cars made great, there might be 1 or 2 that have some bugs, you know. excuse me, half-mile high bank. Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of great short tracks in the tri-state area for sure. I understand why they do it, but the best to ever race at Dayton, Daytona, Earnhardt, Gordon, Stewart, just a few wouldn't do well in the current races at those tracks. I bet you Senior would find a way. Senior was that type of dude. Anytime they changed the package on him, he always found a way to get up front. My favorite package of all time at Talladega and Daytona it was used in 2000 and 2001, that it had that strip across the top. That was the absolute best package. You could suck up to a car, you could pass a car. It wasn't getting sucked up like today where they were sucking up and hitting each other so hard that they were spinning each other out. It kept the pack together. You could fall behind and draft back up. But what did they call it? The wickets on the roof? It was something like that. I stand behind the guy over revving. I've seen that a tons of times. Okay. Devon, what's up? How you doing? I've got a horrible plastic smell after installing a TRD exhaust. When does it stop? How long? Because when I installed mine on my 2014, I had a little bit of a bad smell too. Did you make sure you took all the, and this is a dumb question, but I have to ask it, did you make sure you took all the plastic off of the system before you put it on? Because there's a bunch of it in a lot of weird places. But it does have a little bit of a weird smell. I remember for me, it was like the first couple weeks, I think. And then it finally burned off. And if you paid attention, in your first drive with a brand new exhaust, you'll see some smoke coming out because it's got to like burn off the new. Heads up on that. Rods don't last when you run around 6,000 RPMs. The warranty would have covered the broken rod even if the guy over-revved. He couldn't have tuned it, then detuned it before the dealership got it. We will never know. He could have, he said. We will never know. LOL, rods don't last revving at 6K. My leader bike, okay, doesn't even redline until 12K. Jonathan says, while I was at the dealership, a salesman told me the next-gen Tundra is going to get 40 mpg and tow 20K. Should he be put in an employee drug test? LOL. It almost sounds like he was saying what I was saying, just slightly different. I'm hearing 30 mpg, and the towing was supposed to be around 18. So I'll give him half credit. 5 hours runtime. You got a little while. I would wait another week on it and then see where you stand. How bad is the smell? Forged rods, my CBR 1000R revs to 15K. That is a 1 liter, not a 5.7. Johnny 5 hitting it. Cole C said, if Senior was still here, I doubt the series would be where it is. It would be so much better with what? With much cars? Much better cars. Okay. Well, yeah, I think he would, obviously he wouldn't be racing anymore now, but he would still have a hand in the sport. DEI would still be around, I think. The Tundra has a forged crank, not rods. Any update on the delayed 2020 Tundras, Montana? Mike said no. Rumor. This is a rumor. I'm going to say it again, rumor. Because people beat me up if I don't say stuff 93 times. I heard the reason for the delay, and the reason they called it a safety delay, was because it had something to do with the backup cameras. So, guess they're running through all of them and fixing them. But that's what I heard. Rumor. I'll say it again. Buddy, what's up? I would never tow 20K with a half ton. I hear that. We'll see what they come out with. We'll see what happens. We shall see. The future is now. I mean, the towing ratings keep going up and up and up and up. So 18K would definitely be class leading, but there's got to be a way they could do it if that's the case. Daniel gets my name wrong. What's going on? Chilling. How are you? It's strong as F smell. Run it 1 hour a day. Past 3 days. Yeah. It was, I mean, I'm trying to think back because the last time I put a TRD exhaust on was 2015. And I remember the smell that you're speaking of. But just make sure, just do me a favor, Devon, at some point tomorrow, if it's a nice day, get under there and just make sure you got all the plastic off. Just really give it a good flashlight search up and down. Look into the tailpipe too, just make sure. Real quick. I had a term I was going to use, but I can't use it because I'm PG. But yeah, just check it out. You really, really need to research. Wrong. None of the internals are forged on the 5.7 liter. You need to go research, sir, says the mechanic LMAO. Oh, boy. Smells like plastic burning. That's why I just want to make sure that you unwrapped everything. And I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying they wrap those things like crazy. But yes, I do know the smell you're speaking of. Hub says installed the best Sonic CarPlay on my 2019. Not too bad. 20-minute install. Nothing wrong with that. 20 minutes. Who doesn't have 20 minutes? We got it. That's good stuff. Congratulations there, Hub. Do you like it? Everything good with it? Talk to us. What's your prediction on what the cost may be for the next gen? Robert says, I think there'll be a range. I think you'll see like the hybrid Tundra will be way more expensive than, you know, let's say a 6-cylinder twin turbo. I think the packages will make the difference. I think you will see mid 40s to low 50s up into the 60s throughout the range. And there might be, you know, 1 or 2 really SR type packages that are, you know, more like a low 40s, high 30s, hopefully. The crank is forged. Why do you think the supercharger version has reliability? Ooh. I bet DEI would be the team to beat, and Junior would have championships, I'm sure, as well. Johnson probably wouldn't be 7-time champ either. I like everything you said. I feel like Johnson, I'm not taking anything away from that guy ever. Just because he's amazing for what he did. He's still out there grinding in a car that probably doesn't have the capability of winning anymore, but he's still out there making it happen. So can't say anything bad about the guy. But, you know, we'll never know, I guess. My bad, buddy. I'm good, brother. Thanks. No problem, dude. I'm just playing with you. I love I love internet experts. Fat, please go do some research. Google is one hell of a tool. If you don't like Google, do as I did. Pull a few apart. Oh, boy. Just ordered my tow mirrors from Sparks Parts. Thanks for the discount. Hey, buddy, thanks for doing it. Thanks for using it. If you guys don't know this, which I'm sure most of you do, sparksparts.com for all your Toyota and Tundra parts. Not just Tundra, but all Toyotas. TundraDude34 promo code saves you 5%. Every single day. Do they put plastic on the muffler system? I stripped the tailpipes, but do they stuff the pipes wrap muffler as well? I don't remember. I remember... I don't want to speculate and freak you out, but I remember it being wrapped hardcore at the chrome tailpipe at the end, muffler tips, and then I feel like there was some wrap going up by the mufflers, but I can't remember it. It wasn't in it, I don't think. But like I said, quick flashlight under there, make sure you're good. Worst case scenario, absolute worst case scenario, if you're still smelling it, just run it into your, you don't even have to make an appointment, just run it into your Toyota service, have a mechanic come out and just take a 2-second peek at it just to make yourself have a little peace of mind, you know. My Tundra is free now, LOL. Free. Go look at the 7.0 stroker kit. It doesn't come with a crank as the OEM is forged. It does, however, have longer rods for the longer stroke. JF Outdoor says my exhaust fell off my Tundra, has a single out muffler. Is there any real benefits changing it to the TRD dual or any dual exhaust other than sound? You get a little more throttle response, but I'm telling you, JF, I'm just saying, the TRD exhaust is well worth it, sound alone. It is an amazing sound because it's not insane, obnoxious, or anything like that. It's just a nice sound. It really helps the truck. Throttle response is something I've always noticed with them. I've had a few of them, but you can't go into it expecting anything but the sound. That's the rule. Fat says the kit from Pure Performance comes with a billet crankshaft replacement. Anything else? Well, it's a good, you know what I like about you, Fat? You know what I like about you, J5? It's a good debate. We're not getting mean with each other. It's a good debate. That's what I like about it. So let's keep it friendly, and everybody's good. JF Outdoors looking to Magnaflow and Corsa. Yes, there are some good ones there, too. Does the 35-foot torque matter on bolts for smell? Does the 35... I wouldn't think so. What I'm thinking you're dealing with, if you're asking my opinion straight up, is when they're new, exhausts always have a weird smell because they got to burn a little bit on the inside. That's that term you always hear, burn the new out of them. But I don't remember the exact smell. I just remember it having a smell. You were right. I am done with this conversation. I can't argue. It's stupid. Experience trumps your BS. Oh, my. Oh, God. All right, let's not start a war. I disagree. It's a bump debate. He knows nothing about what he's talking about. Yeah. I was just trying to keep it gravy and green, you know. Backup camera quality, graphics, audio has that aux type sound, a little quiet, but it's all I need. Really wanted to keep radio stock. $450 shipped, not bad, my friend, and 20-minute install. So that's the good part right there. No one wants a long install. Interesting stuff, though. I hate arguing with stupid people. Stupid people drag me down and beat me with experience. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, at least it didn't turn into like one of those weird debates you see on the forums where somebody just asks a question and then everyone starts beating up the guy for asking the question. It wasn't that bad. Is there, to your knowledge, a new LCD screen that limits sun glare? I mean, the 2021 limits the sun glare, but I don't think there's any available for purchase yet. And there's that other one. I forget who makes it. Oh. If anyone helps me out here, not the Phoenix one. I can't stand that one. There's that other one that's like a 9 or 10 inch screen. It sits up a little weird. Is it Pioneer? Devon, wait one sec. We're going to see if anybody catches this. I've got a 2019 and it's terrible, yeah. And 2020 has the one that has no glare on it, to be honest with you. But I can't remember the name of that aftermarket one. Alpine? It might be Alpine. We're going to figure this out. Somebody look right now on Google and figure out the one I'm talking about. Aftermarket, head unit, Tundra. It doesn't sit flush. It actually sits like this. It sits up a little bit on the dash. Alpine. It is Alpine. Okay. Look at that one, Devon. See if you like that. That is one of those things people either love it or hate it. Cole says, I had TRD duals and I'm much happier with the MagnaFlow, better performance, better sound, quiet, but loud when you want it. There you go. I guess it really depends on the sound you want, right? Thanks for your opinions, guys. I'll check into it. Yeah, check it out, man. Check it out. Guess what else limits sun glare? Tint. It does. It does. But New Jersey tint's illegal, so. Illegal and enforced. That's the worst part of it. Lewis saved the day with the Alpine. Good stuff, buddy. Thank you very much for that. I had a feeling it was Alpine. Yeah, that's an interesting looking system. Like I said, some people love it, some people hate it, the way it sits up. It sits differently on the dash, but hey, whatever. VA tint is bad. There you go. Virginia. Used to go down to Richmond Racetrack all the time. I'm friends with the president of that track, too. You can have a 7-inch window brow on your truck. 5% tint really limits sun glare, but sucks backing up at night. Yeah, it does. I'm sure. I'm sure. J5, did you ever consider the Sequoia anymore? Or are you done with that? Tundra Dan, my pilot's here. That's going to be the man right there. When I go to see whatever driver has my logo on their cup car to the tracks, I'm going to make the Dan man fly me to them. Thank God we have that roll down back window. Yes, that is a good thing. That is a good thing. Yeah, you want the Sequoia. TRD Sport, right? I remember us talking about that. We just haven't talked about that in a minute. It's been a little while since we've talked about that one for sure. I got 20% window tint, all the windows except windshield. Whoa, yeah, the TRD Sport. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm getting hit hard on my messages. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so I'm trying, please don't quote me on this. I'm trying to make Monday my official live stream night. So I'm working on that, and as far as time goes, I'm working on that too. So I will keep you updated. Just make sure all of you, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Every time I put something up, you'll be informed. And then we will all sign on and catch up. I did exhaust for 15 years, says Mike. You are burning the oil. It will stink for a few days usually. Okay, yeah, all right. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. You're the man. I remember going down the road when I got my TRD dual exhaust. I put it on and I went for a test drive and I was smoking all over the place. Like out the tailpipes, and I was like, oh my God. And then I realized that that's part of what happens. They were marked up so high when I looked. Maybe they came down by now because they got the pros out. I'm getting 5% on the front window soon. I have 5% everywhere else besides those. I like the privacy. Of course, it isn't illegal here in Arkansas. Oh, there you go. If I remember correctly, the sticker was 52. They were at, whoa, 76. Jim, thank you, buddy. Alpine Halo 9 head unit. Devon, check it out. That's the one. Halo 9. It's a good name. It's a good name. All right, we got 10 more minutes, tops. So does anyone have any final questions, comments, or concerns as we finish the water bottle? What time is it officially? 7:22. We did well. Hey, man, thanks for your show. Catch you next week. I got to get out of here. Good night. Mike, thanks for the help, buddy. Thanks for the exhaust knowledge as well. Be safe. Be good. Talk to you soon. Cola have 5% all the way around. The rears are factory privacy with 5% over that. Pretty intense. Okay. And there's still people signing on. So hello, new people that just signed on. Good to see you. Don't forget to hit the like button and help a bro out, you know? But yeah, unless you are speeding here or doing some dumb stuff, cops usually don't bother car guys. That's kind of cool. Kind of the same idea here, but every once in a while, at the end of the month, they get real bad with the tint when they're looking for people with tint out there. So, it is what it is. I kind of, you know, you got to see where the cops are coming from with it, with the tint. It just, safety first, right? So, but I really would love front window tint. I do appreciate the privacy a little bit as well. Yeah, Johnny, I love the 5% on the rear. Johnny 5 says, being a veteran, they don't tell me anything about my tint. There you go. By the way, J5, you owe me, man. You owe me a patch for that wall. We need patches. All you emergency service people, send away. Montana Mike says, RE 2019 and 20s have combo trans coolers. Is there any better or worse than the dedicated trans cooler on previous model years? Pros, cons. This is a thing, hot debate going on right now. That, Johnny 5, we should talk about this, buddy, because you're a big tower. I don't know if you saw the videos I made. One of my viewers asked me to make a video because all of the Tundras up until and including 2018 had the external trans cooler. Now 2019 and 2020 Tundras don't have that external trans cooler. So it's apparently, I don't even know. There's so many people that have different opinions on why, but asking J5, my towing buddy, what he thinks about that, because he owns a 2019. So let's hear what he's got to say. Thank you, Montana Mike, for bringing that up, because that is a hot debate right now. Still trying to find the answers, too. Legally, in Mississippi, the max is 45%. I'm sure you've already talked about this, but when are you installing this? I actually didn't talk about that at all. Was going to do it last Wednesday, ended up raining. Was thinking about this Wednesday, it's going to rain. I just got to have a day off and no rain. Those are the two things we're looking for right now. It's going to be installed way sooner than later. The first day I'm off that doesn't have crappy weather and I have a buddy to help me with it. Anytime, my rule is this, anytime I go under my truck at all, for any reason, I always like to have a person with me just for safety. If some, God forbid, knock on Amish wood, I'm sorry, J5, my bad. I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, if God forbid anything happened to me, I would want somebody there to call for emergency services. So that's why I gotta wait for a helper too. I had it all set up though, but the rain screwed everything. I don't understand the states that require vehicle inspection. Some do, some don't, I guess. Did you put a tune on your truck when you got the supercharger? It's a bully dog tune. To adjust parameters and squeeze as much horsepower and torque out of the engine. It doesn't squeeze like to the top. Like it doesn't take every possible amount of horsepower and torque the truck has, because then you'd end up really screwing your truck up really quick. But it opens things up quite a bit to work with the supercharger. LOL, I will buy you some patches for my units. The ones I currently have too much sentimental value. I totally understand. If you just tell me what your units are, I'll buy them. You don't have to buy them. Excuse me. I have a 2018. I prefer the standalone transcooler. Yeah, so hot debated topic right there. I forgot you had the 2018. Well, you have the last year of the external transcooler, and we're still waiting on some answers for that. So I apologize to Montana Mike. We're still waiting for answers for that one, buddy. I'm trying to go direct to the source for it too. As soon as I have anything on it, I'm going to make a video. But there's a lot of, I made an update video on it the day after, because when I put the video out, people were hitting me up saying, no, it's internal now. It uses the cooling system inside, like this whole thing. but still some of the other owners weren't happy with it, so it's an ongoing war. I can't wait to see the video. I've been really wanting the BA muffler, but can't seem to pull the trigger. Haha, yes. And just so everybody knows, this isn't just the regular budget system. This is the TRD replacement BA muffler system. This is the top-notch one right here. I'm really looking forward to it. It's sitting right next to me right now. That's why I keep looking that way. Let's look at the track history of a non-dedicated. The 6.0 Power Stroke was the liquid-to-liquid oil cooler, and we all remember how those turned out. Thanks for a great live. Have a good night. Dominic, thanks for stopping in, buddy. We'll see you soon. Yeah, I know. I don't really know, Johnny 5, why they did it, and they didn't really say anything about doing it. They kind of just did it, which is never really the greatest thing in the world. So we shall see what they say. And it's still listed on the window sticker that it has an external transcooler, and that's pissing people off too. So we got a lot to figure out with that. A lot of unhappy 19 owners out there. I don't know how they come up with how a car is illegal nowadays. Just dumb. Loud cars, tall trucks, trucks with 14-inch tires are illegal, yet those people never usually do anything wrong. Heat soak is the problem. There you go. Cole, I'll tell you one thing that weirds me out. I'll put it in perspective like this. So New Jersey is very strict with pretty much everything. One thing they're not really strict with is cars. Okay? Yeah, they got the tint law, but everywhere in the Northeast has some form of a tint law. Riddle me this. You go to Pennsylvania, stayed over from New Jersey, right? It is the most, like, you don't have to wear helmets when you ride a motorcycle. The gun laws are very relaxed. But they are hardcore about all automotive modifications. They'll pull you over for an exhaust. Anything aftermarket there is illegal. Tires sticking out too much. They got a lot of weird rules over there when it comes to that. So the heat creates a runaway situation. That's not cool. I can't wait to hear your BA exhaust and compare it to mine. I can't wait to hear it either. I can't wait. I still got this sitting right next to me, so we're going to use this on the exhaust as well. A little primer, a little black. So this isn't on the exhaust. The exhaust is already painted and good to go. This is for the tailpipe kit I got. Back in the TRD 40th anniversary sale they had, I bought the 2019 TRD dual exhaust kit with the black tips on it already. I'm going to black out the rest of the pipes. So that'll be part of that video too. We shall see. But I really want to get it done. I hate when I get something in and I have to wait for something to get installed. I really just want to get it done. I just got to get a buddy with me to work it out. God forbid you overheat the engine, it will overheat the transmission, which is insane. Which is insane. I don't know why they didn't just keep what they had. It always worked. Oh, I know, it's just as dumb. That's why I stay in Arkansas, Texas, open carry for goers, and car guys have no issues. Yeah. It blows my mind that I don't even know how to explain it. Like, Jersey's so hardcore about everything, but with cars, they're really relaxed. Like, we used to have state inspections where you had to go once a year and get your car inspected, emissions, safety. There was like, it took a while. It was like 30 minutes a car. Now it's just emissions and you're in and out in 5. So at least they're heading in the right direction. If you way overheat the trans, it will overheat the engine. Very interesting. Was it hard to put the TRD grill on your truck compared to your stock one? No. No, it's just these little plastic clips pretty much and a couple of major screws. There's like main screws and then little clips. It wasn't very hard. I'll tell you one thing about them though. They're very, very weak. They're very fragile, I guess would be the word. Very fragile, and they break easy, the little plastic clips, so have extras. Once they overheat, the damage is done. Sounds terrible. By the time you see a problem, the problem is compounded. Not good. I want to try the TRD dual exhaust, but I have a hard time justifying throwing away a good normal exhaust. Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you, and I'm just throwing ideas out of you, buy the TRD, put the TRD on, keep your stock one, or sell your stock one. There's always people out there looking for stock parts. You won't make $1 billion off of it, but you might make like $100. Yet you can't pump your own gas. No, we can't. We cannot pump our own gas in the state of New Jersey. Yeah. See, sometimes that sucks. I like to pump my own gas, but sometimes, you know, snowing, terrible out, -6. I don't have to get out of the car, and that's always good too. I can't legally get out of the car. I was told by a source in Toyota that the reason for switching was after-sale parts. After-sale parts. What does that mean? Even they can pump their own in California, I know. The Tundra was essentially too... Oh, I get what you're saying now. The Tundra was essentially too reliable. Yeah, that's what I do with all my stock parts, is keep them or sell them. Craigslist, yes. Johnny 5, if the... that would make a lot of people mad, I think. Essentially too reliable. All right, well, we've done 60 good minutes here, people. I thank you for tuning into this. This was fun. So I got to give my little spiel here. You ready? If you're not subscribed, come on, subscribe. Hang out for a little while. We have a good time here. It's all friendly. Not a lot of hate going on. Pretty PG. The 2017 was hands down the best year. I'm glad I have a 2017. And check out all the playlists. Get caught up on the videos. See what's up. See what you like. See what you dislike. We love to have conversations and good debates. So let us know. See what you think. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know every time I do these random live streams. Jump on board. Comment. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn now. And I'm at TundraDude34@gmail.com if you have any questions. I should write all that down. I thought the 2019 Tundra with the towing package had a separate tranny cooler. No. It says it does still. Up until 2019, it had a separate tranny cooler, but apparently the 19s and 20s do not. And that is what the big argument is. Why? So we're going to figure this thing out. You don't have the recalls the 2018 has, and the new safety system have issues. Yes, that is true. My father always goes in with recalls. Cole has 251,000 miles on his truck, so he's doing well. That's the reason I keep telling you not to let yours go. I don't want to let mine go. I love mine. I have sentimental attachment to it. Trust me, at this point. This is the first vehicle I truly had sentimental attachment to. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for joining in. We'll see you again later. As always, thank you for spending your time here and hanging out. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye now.